this Colorado Rockies selection at number 9 is brought to you by our friends at Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. With the number 9 pick, the Colorado Rockies take right-hand pitcher Chase Dollander from the University of Tennessee. And so this is one of the top pitchers in the draft, a guy who was considered to be probably the number 1 arm entering this season. And just his stuff didn't look the same. He didn't have the same results in 2023 that he had in 2022. And I think some of it was just less effectiveness with his slider. The stuff itself is fantastic, though. Jeff, what's your thoughts on Chase Dollander to the Colorado Rockies at pick number 9?
I like Chase Dollander. I'm not sure how I feel about him to the Rockies. Pitching development has been a bit of a bugaboo for them. And with Dollander, you got to try to get his slider back. I don't know if he changed his grip, if he changed a release point. I haven't done the deep dive on it, but things obviously changed because he was the 1B or 1A in this class. I knew people who thought liked him more than Cruz. So I appreciate the value. I just don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair to Colorado, but development for pitchers, they've taken kind of safer guys. They haven't taken these kind of big velocity guys. Gabriel Hughes a year ago, Kyle Freeland, that's been their more successful type. Dollander isn't exactly the type of guy that's actually worked as well for them.
Yeah, and kind of illustrating some of the issues, he had a 296 slugging against the slider in 22, and it jumped to 582 in 2023 to kind of give you an idea of some of the struggles. I do think his stuff itself it's still really good stuff, right? The fastball still sits 95, 96. He can touch 98 with it. The slider's still in the mid 80s. The spin is still there on the slider, the spin rates and things like that. Some of the issues you see for Chase Dollander, and the question or the thing that Colorado has to fix is the fastball doesn't have as much carry. The slider's movement isn't as sharp, right? Like it's just not as effective as it was. And so the swing and miss is down on those. The results were different. Is it a simple mechanical change, or is it some sort of specific issue? That's what you have to figure out if you are the Colorado Rockies. Now, I do think the change up the curveball, they give you some additional weapons. I like actually watching him throw. It's a really good delivery. It's clean. I don't think there's a ton of injury risk from the mechanics alone. It's just anytime you have guys that throw this hard, the question is definitely going to be, how do you fix him? And is that something Colorado can do or not?
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting having him and Rhett Lauder here, right? Because they're both 6'2" righties, which, I've been doing it long enough where I remember a decade ago, if you were under 6'3", you were undersized, and that you would be more of a mid to late second half of the first round pick. So yeah, it's interesting to see him here. I agree. He's fun to watch. There's good stuff going on. I wonder what's going on in the Tennessee program a little bit with his regression, with Chase Burns jumping to the transfer portal, if there was just some things that didn't go quite as well this year pitching wise. But listen, it's a worthwhile gamble. I just wish that maybe a team that I felt more trustworthy in pitcher development was doing it.